Well, it's been a while since I made a video, and it's because I've been quite busy doing some renovations to the Hot Wheel room. So all of my Hot Wheels are basically not very accessible right now, but I have been buying. Nevertheless, I probably bought the best Hot Wheels I've ever bought in my life the past month and a half, 2 months, I guess, and I haven't shown any of these ones online yet, so I'd like to take a few minutes. This is going to be a long video, I'm going to warn you right now, because for you diehard collectors out there, there's some info to be gained here, some stuff that I learned recently, and also just through my collecting, whatnot. So I've got all these various vintage, it's all vintage stuff for the most part, 1970s, 80s, some early 90s. We've got a whole bunch of the Super Kings from Matchbox. I started collecting those a while back, and I got pretty heavy into it this past couple months. And a whole bunch of cool, rare, carded stuff I picked up. And honestly, I have so much stuff this month, I can't even really... I'll probably time out on this video. I got the new Boulevards here by the case. Got 3 boxes there. Some of the new hot ones, so... Anywho, we'll start with what I think is the most interesting, and what I really want to share with you is this collection I've painstakingly placed out onto this table here. And we're going to start with the Super Kings here. These were released in the early 60s. Really what started the whole craze of Hot Wheel collecting, and the best part about these is that they're 1/64th approximately scale, so your Hot Wheel collection actually looks quite nice next to the appropriately sized trucks of yesteryear. For instance, this Hot Wheels Monte Carlo is really quite a good size next to this Scamel orange crane here. I mean, that's a heavy duty truck. It's got 4 axles. It's got rotating crane part, and the arm comes up and down. They just don't make toys like this anymore. And they're heavy. This is actually a slightly newer version because it has the plastic wheels on it. But this would be from about 1970. Maybe 71. I don't really know exactly. I really only collect these just for the pure joy of it. Super King K12 Mobile Crane. Lesney 1974, I think it says there. But quite a hefty piece. Put that in front of any Hot Wheel and fits right in, like I said. It's the right scale. It's very interesting, and in my opinion, it should be highly collectible. But these are really bargain vehicles right now. They're, you know, I see what people are spending on Hot Wheels trucks and stuff from the late 80s. And this stuff here you can pick up for very, very cheap. It's older. It's got a lot more history. Nothing against the Hot Wheels stuff, but I think people kind of get stuck in their generation and they don't look back to maybe a generation prior and see all the interesting things that really kick-started this whole die-cast phenomenon. So it's nice to step back and appreciate. Like I picked up this horse carrier vehicle. It's a pretty common piece by Lesney Super King, but this one's completely mint. It's pretty hard to find it with all the windows still intact. I have a few of them. They're usually discolored, yellowed. These were heavily played with toys normally because they are very robust. Even the most, I'm kind of jumping here, but even the most heavily played with trucks, this is from about the late 50s, early 60s. It's got its roof has been caved in, somebody stepped on it. It's lost a few of its tires. They're quite loose. You can see they could fall off. But you know, it's possible some of these tires may be reproductions. I don't think anyone would spend any money on this. I picked it up for $1. It cost more to ship it than it did to buy it. But the construction of these vehicles. They're those solid steel axles, and most amazingly is the pivot. This truck has a pivot that allows it to steer properly, and for all this play abuse, I mean, the bucket is squished, it's obviously been in the dirt, and the other amazing thing is these hydraulic pistons are still fully functional. So this is a really beat version, just to show you the quality of the craftsmanship and toys from the late 50s into the 60s and 70s. It's just amazing. And I was fortunate enough to find this one, which is completely mint, not a restoration. Every tire, it's completely mint, and this has the full B-train. So you can see this is a B-train vehicle. It'd be quite something to actually try and back one of these up. It's got the pin that holds the rear train on. You can remove it, just like this one here. It has the same thing. You can separate from the B-train and pull away. So I just went a little bit crazy this past couple months. I just absolutely fell in love with these trucks all over again. I do have a small collection. Now I have a very large collection because I'm going to be picking these things up mint wherever I can. Mint, you can expect to pay between $50 and $100 for something mint like this, but these ones that are play with, which are still quite cool, I'm buying these for $1, so you can't go to Walmart and buy a piece of plastic for $1, so this is quite something. And I have these DAF car carriers, all fully articulated. Whoa, don't roll away on me there. These trucks here, very heavy, 1/64 scale, fit 5 regular scale Hot Wheels. Got the drop down ramp, pistons on the sides to lower it, you can drive straight up. It's got the solid pin construction again, so it's not going to fall apart. Again, I have some of these that are extremely well played with, and still all one piece. It's quite a nifty truck, and I bought about 5 or 6 of these recently because I'm going to be making quite a interesting display. Some of my prized cars parked on these trucks. Right now I've just got some Matchboxes parked on them. There's no crane hiding in the corner. Old Plymouth minivan. Grand Fury. These are all Matchbox. This here is an interesting car. Not really sure what brand it is, but it would have had opening doors and opening hood. Opening tailgate. It's 1/64 scale. Roadmasters. Ford Zodiac Estate Wagon. Just a sweet junkyard car. Just love it. The stories it could tell. And on this older version of the, it's not a DAF, but it's got the rubber tires on it. Same type of construction. Still has the original stickers. And I parked an old Land Rover on top, and on the back we've got the brand new Johnny Lightning Grand Cherokee, which is just a sweet new casting. One of the most detailed castings I've ever seen from Johnny Lightning. We've got the pop-up tailgate, the hood with the very detailed engine. Just very well decorated, rubber tires, all metal. You just can't beat that kind of quality nowadays. If you want quality, you gotta go Johnny Lightning. And a few more. These are a little bit vintage stuff from Johnny Lightning, mid-2000s. We've got the Road Trip, DeSoto police car, and it's been on their plastic model kits. AMT model kits, that would be these Johnny Lightning cars. Faithfully reproduced. So I think I've covered the Lesnies, the Super Kings, the Johnny Lightnings. Now we'll get into the Hot Wheels. Really starting to narrow in on completing my 1974 to 89 collection. got, and trying to get everything mint now. Used to just get whatever, but now going for mint, so. American tippers, Redline, Blackwall, got 2 of them. Redline, Spoiler Sports, these late 70s crossover vehicles, the ones where they were made in Redlines, but very shortly in between the mid-year of, I think it was 77, they switched to Blackwalls. And so you can find these vehicles with Redline or Blackwall. There's about maybe 10, 15 cars that have both styles of wheel. And I do find that the Redline ones are quite a bit pricier and harder to find. I think it's because people, maybe they were lower production, but also people have been collecting them. So since they are Redline, some people collect only Redlines, but they are a crossover year type cars, so you're going to find it hard to find these cars, especially in mint condition. Here we've got the number 38 Monte Carlo. It's a Redline. This one is the dark yellow version. Next to it is the Blackwall version, another crossover year. But I'm not sure if you can see in this video, it's the lemon yellow. And typically the lemon yellow cars are a bit pricier than the dark yellow cars, only by about $10, $20. Now, I did move this Matchbox earlier, but quite a difficult Matchbox to get. You can see it's still, before tampos, it's got a sticker on the hood. And quite often this car would be found with the motorcycles broken, at least the handlebars. So, that one just kind of jumped into my camera there. I wanted to talk about that one a little bit, but there it is. And the neat streeters, this is a Super Chrome collection from about 78, 77, 78, 76 maybe. Blackwalls, Redlines, these are expensive cars. A lot of them were only found in 6-packs. These blown or heavy Chevys, basically 67 Camaro. Very difficult to find in good shape for anything less than $100 really. I got a little bit fortunate on some of these. Need a little bit less than that. Blackwall, Gremlin Grinder, and a Redline 56 Hightail hauler. Not mint, but this 57 Chevy is. And when you're buying these 57 Chevys, make sure you don't buy one that's a Redline with a metal base, because that's the 25th anniversary commemorative edition. It has to have a chrome plastic base to be the proper car. And check that the rivets look to be factory, they're not reproductions. It would be a pretty easy car to forge to the unsuspecting or not completely knowledgeable collector. And here's the, what the heck's it called? Can't remember. Moving on, I guess. The Red Baron. I always find this one in Blackwall, but here's a nice Redline version. You can see it's got the 1973 and earlier cap style wheels on the back. See, it has those ridges there. Those are the old style wheels. So this is actually a crossover year, 73, 74 probably, because it has the 1974 Redline front wheels and the 1968 to 73 style cap rear wheels. And you'll find that, just like the Redline Blackwall crossover year of 76, 77, you'll see that 1974 on cars, including this one here. I have a few variations of this car with the capped wheels on the back and the regular wheels. The Carabao, always a difficult car to find in good shape, with those delicate little gull wing doors. There you can see. They open up more than that, but for one-handed filming, this is about as far as I can get. The Warpath Orange Monza. I've been hunting this car for a long time. And I was quite happy to get it. Got a couple chips, but Nothing too bad. And the Rash 1, twin mill. The Grasshopper, little Jeep variant of some sort. This one does not have the motor sticking through the hood, and it is the rare version. The one with the motor, blown motor through the hood is the common version of this one. But that's a hard piece to find in my experience. And over to Sand something or other. Got some alternate colors here. Sand Drifter. That's the alternate color, green. Released the same year as the yellow one, but of course limited run on that paint job. Same with the Green Maverick. That's an alternate color. Got a very nice condition low down here. The red lines. And the Redline Formula 5000. Couple Redline versions of the Military Police Supervan. And a interesting blue tint window variation of the black Supervan with Redline tires, chrome plastic base. And that's a slightly harder to find Auburn 852 with the kind of chocolate milk brown fenders instead of the dark brown fenders that it normally has, as you can see normally that color on the 31 Doozy. These are the newer cars back here. I won't spend a lot of time on them, just mystery cars and some K-Day cars. I was trying to film the collection a little bit with the new stuff too. A couple serial cars over here. And some off-road vehicles. And back to the vintage though, we've got, we'll go two at a time for these. Well, maybe not. The plum version of the, pushing a button here. Anyways, Firebird funny car. Also got the Bywayman type plow vehicle. And it's a rare one. It's a 1979 or 1980, I think. Toys R Us promotional. Hong Kong base. Funny enough, I really wanted one of these vehicles, and I got them both from the same seller. I wasn't sure I was going to get either of them, so I put my best bid on both of them because they were ending at the same exact second. And, well, what do you know, I got both of them, so. Quite a nice little pair of hard-to-find vehicles. These ATV vans are getting a little bit pricier, I've noticed. Especially with the Blackwell wheels on it. And the motocross, Moto Team Supervan with the opening hood. It's a Scene machine, so you can actually hold it up to the light. I wonder if this will work. No. Yeah, you never know. Need a better camera, I guess. You can see a little scene in the back of that van. And the six-wheeled space van. That's a hard one to find as well. Never cheap unless you get lucky and buy it off somebody that doesn't know what it is, but it's also a Scene machine. You can see it's got the window in the back. And really in gorgeous condition. That's a 1980, I believe, so amazing that it's in that condition. The Thing, Poison Pinto as it's otherwise known. And over here we got some red lines again, well, one of them, Monte Carlo, Flying High, Flying Low. Super Chrome Gold version of that same car. 67 Camaro with the opening hood. Very difficult car to find in mint shape for a reasonable price nowadays. It's really taken off as a collectible piece. It's also a first edition. 1982, I believe. And here the Pepsi Challenger, also known as the Army Funny Car. Got a lifting body with the dragster style car. Quite often you'll find this one has the Don Prudhomme name on the side, Don Prudhomme, and the snake that's above the Pepsi symbol. So this is a harder to find variation without that additional tampo information on it. Got Fire Chief, another pricey car these days. Top Eliminator in red. And here it's known as the Hemi Hauler. The more rare version here has the blue K on the back of the rear quarter. If you find one with the AC, it's a little bit less pricey, but otherwise looks the same. Just a smoked version of the Lotus. Royal Flash is how it was called it. So it's smoked window tint. The Vetty Vans. Ironman. I was actually looking for the one with the red interior, but I got the beige one, so. Blackwall version of the camper. Blackwall Baja Bruiser. XR3. Couple more. This is a hardish one to find now. The Omni 024 with Malaysia base. Very common to find this at the Hong Kong base. Quite rare to find with a Malaysia base. Looks identical otherwise. Over here we've got some interesting cars from France. The Blackwall version of the BMW M1. A 55 Alive in green with the black walls. Beautiful condition on these cars. And of course, one of my favorite castings of all time, the Cadillac Seville Blackwall and Real Rider, made in France, mint condition. Beautiful pieces. I'm not really going to start collecting international cars, but I couldn't pass up on these four. A couple Real Riders, white wall version of the Dodge D50 Cobra. White wall extras, 31 doozy, about 1985 on that one. Some gold hot ones here. The white front Ford Fairmont is difficult to find, but not as difficult as this yellow Chevy Citation X11 with red and white tampos, not orange and white. I got lucky on that one. I only spent $2 for it, but no way I would sell that car because I've never seen another one with the red and white. And most people don't know about that, so they wouldn't even know to advertise as a red and white Citation. Very rare Captain America version with the gold hot one wheels, only released in '79, just before the 1980 Blackwall version. Kind of a mix up there. Or maybe I had that backwards, but I've seen this car sell for as high as $95, so quite pleased to be able to add it to my collection for half that price. And a couple serial cars here. A couple park and plate Ferraris. California Customs. This is the Freestyle Frenzy playset. These two cars here. Both rare ones, especially the Mustang though. Not super expensive, just hard to find. More California Customs. And that pretty much rounds out the loose collection. Did miss that Cobra there. Cobra Mustang is just a beauty, metallic blue. I already have one, but I saw it and I just couldn't resist. I paid about $8 for it, so just gorgeous, absolutely mint. I got lucky a couple times. Some of these I paid through the nose for, a couple I didn't. And over in the box here, I don't know how long this video is now, but if you're still with me, what we got over here? These are all carded. You know, most of the cards are pretty good, but Some rare ones in here. We got the Power Plow Brian Snow Removal Super Scraper. Tri-Car X8. There's an interesting variation on the Camaro Z28 Blackwell wheels instead of the more frequently seen gold hot ones. And you'll notice on the bottom of this car, it's got the same wheel base as the McDonald's release of the car, so, you know, cool, even cooler than it's in the package. I won't be opening that one. There's another one of those Ferraris. Nissan 300ZX with opening doors. A very difficult to find black Ferrari Testarossa, 1987. Would love to open that up, but the packaging is just about mint, so that probably won't be happening. Been looking for that car for a while. Oh, a couple more gold hub Blackwells. There's the car I was really looking for. The CTS wheel, purple monster net. I already have the CT version. And by that I refer to the hubs. These are the CTS. The ones that are the old typical construction tire centers are known as simply the CT. So you can see the difference. That's a pricey car to find. I didn't have to pay too much for that one because I got it in this big, huge, giant bulk lot. So. 57 Chevy with the Tampo. Looking for that one for a while. Promotional Deep Purple Nomad. I got this one somewhere else too with the Real Riders on it. So now I've got both the White Wall and the Real Rider version of that Purple Nomad. And this is apparently this is a rare car. VW Golf. Interesting color. Some more I'll show you here. So that's pretty much my collection that I can find right now off the top of my head. I don't know where that other purple car went, but well, I'll show you quick why I'm over here. This pile of cars. The Hot Wheel room, as you know, it is changing. Just gotta put up some drywall and got all new lighting. Instead of flickering fluorescence, we've got 6 high-power halogens. I've added another 6 pot lights, which will be going in right here. And it's going to be quite sweet. It's all insulated. It's going to be nice and warm and dry. Got a insulated floor down. And vapor barrier everywhere. That's going to be the new closet. It's going to be huge. It's going to be sweet. Stay tuned. More Hot Wheel videos in about another couple weeks.